Last week was a really busy week of cruise lines changing their testing and vaccination requirements. We saw them fall one after another, all making changes, lifting testing requirements, reducing vaccination requirements. And this week, Disney Cruise Line has now made changes to their testing requirements and their vaccination requirements. But it's not what you think. They didn't go with the way the other cruise lines went. Disney has gone their own way. Chris here with High Seas Cruising, and welcome to today's video. Alright, Disney Cruise Lines has made some changes to their vaccination and testing requirements that will go into effect September the 2nd. So up till September the 2nd, they're going to be exactly how they are today. And these changes, like I said, do not go into effect until September the 2nd. But like I said, they are way different than any other cruise line who has recently changed their protocols. Because like I said, Disney, they've kind of done their own thing, and they're keeping just about all of their requirements. So starting with vaccinations, currently Disney requires everybody ages 5 and above to be fully vaccinated. But starting September the 2nd, they are going to increase that age. So instead of 5 and above, it is going to be 12 and above on Disney will still have to be fully vaccinated, meaning children ages 5 through 11 will be the only ones no longer required to have the vaccine. Of course, children under the age of 5 do not have to get the vaccine either. They're not eligible for it. Right. So essentially, it's really anybody under the age of 11 and younger will no longer have to be vaccinated on Disney Cruise Lines, but everybody 12 and above will still have to be fully vaccinated. As I said, we saw a lot of the other cruise lines dropping vaccine requirements. Instead, Disney's only changing it for a very small group. Fully vaccinated passengers will still have to take a pre-cruise COVID-19 test 1 to 2 days prior to embarkation. Now, if you take your test 1 to 2 days prior to embarkation, you will not have to take a test at the cruise terminal. Now, these test results have to be uploaded prior to midnight on embarkation day to avoid testing at the cruise terminal, only for fully vaccinated passengers. Now, if you happen to miss getting your test done and end up having to get it done at the terminal, again, only for fully vaccinated, Disney is going to charge you for these tests. So the first test that they're going to give you is going to be the antigen test, and for that one, they are going to charge $74 per person. Now, for any reason you fail or you test positive on that antigen test, they are going to give you a second test, a PCR test. That PCR test will then cost you $125 per person. And if you fail the PCR test, then they're simply going to deny your entire cruising party from boarding whatsoever. So if you're going to sail on Disney, definitely take your test 1 to 2 days early and have those negative results before you ever get to the cruise terminal. Because if you get to the cruise terminal and you come out positive, that's about to get very, very expensive. Now, unvaccinated passengers, so kids ages 11 and below, they will have to take a pre-cruise COVID-19 test 1 to 3 days prior to sail date. And that test, of course, is at the passenger's expense. Then the unvaccinated will also have to take tests at the cruise terminal. They'll have to have the second test, but Disney is picking up the tab for the second test at the cruise terminal for unvaccinated passengers only. Now, just like the vaccinated, if you fail the PCR test, because the unvaccinated cannot get an antigen test at the terminal, you automatically start with the PCR test. If you fail that test, Disney will give you a second test at their expense. And if you fail the second test, again, your entire cruise party will be denied boarding. Now, anyone who has tested positive for COVID-19 11 to 90 days prior to your sail date may qualify as 90-day recovered with the appropriate documentation and approval from Disney. And if you receive that approval, then you don't have to do the pre-cruise test or the test at the terminal. For those, like I said, that qualify for the 90-day recovered. And that's the changes that Disney Cruise Line has made. Like I said, opposite of what the other cruise lines are doing. Disney is pretty much doubling down on vaccinations. They are doubling down on pre-cruise testing, all effective September the 2nd here in 2022. What do you guys think of Disney's health and safety protocols? Were you thinking Disney was going to go like the other cruise lines? Do you think Disney's right in doing what they're doing, wrong in what they're doing? Are you not going to sail Disney because they're not changing their health and safety protocols? Or are the health and safety protocols exactly what you want, and now Disney looks even more attractive? You guys let me know in the comments below what you guys think of Disney Cruise Line's changes. All right, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you have, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so yet, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. It is free to do so. Helps our channel grow. Let you know anytime we put out a new video. Hope everyone has a really great day. And like always, we will see you out on the high seas.